I don't know if that'll actually fix anything, but anyway, I'm watching you guys. You don't take over the stream whilst I'm gone. Alright? This is not a democracy. This is a dictatorship. Coin and chalice puzzle. Alright, we're gonna do the chalice puzzle, and then we're gonna get on with the game. We back. We back. Oh. I never would have thought to do that, actually. Who would have thought to just shoot the chalice out of the hand of the thing? Who would have thought? Not me. I wouldn't have. Alright. We're back. The internet's still shit. But, you know, the sacrifices we make. Welcome to the Sacred Trail. You have made the right choice. From now on, you are part of a select group that aims to the improvement of humanity through wisdom, technology, and the incessant fight against fear. We can be better, just as our Master Christopher teaches us. Nature has ludicrously built life based on uncontrolled exaggeration. A turtle lays 100 eggs so that only one hatchling survives. But the Sacred Trail has a better way. The path to perfection. We don't desire quantity, we desire quality. Better people can build a better world. Taking advantage of our strengths and improving our weaknesses gives humanity perfect agency. And perfect agency outside a predetermined destiny makes us free people. This is the principle of free will, the power to choose. This is the only way. Quick post riddles. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Actually, I lied. Phobia black card code. Oh, 7th floor password. Okay. Okay. If you drop a yellow hat in the Red Sea, what does it become? Ruined. Ruined. Absolutely ruined. Me having 2 bots? What's this weird gooey stuff? Oh man, Soma. Those were the days. Those were the days. Documents. No. Controller? Where was this one? 744000233. 4000233. Oh, that just takes me to this shit. I don't want to be in this shitty room. I don't know. Remember, Steve. No, you all raise very good points. Alright. I'm done fucking around with the side quests. Survive the hotel. Woo! Survived. Survived. Phobia. Alright, how far are we into the game? The forest. Halfway. Just over halfway. I did dick around on side content for like 10 minutes. What's this weird gooey stuff? I do like that that quote came up before dropping the yellow hat in the Red Sea. You know, implying that dropping the yellow hat into the Red Sea may have been the gooey stuff, because Soma was underwater. Man, that was a weird game. What a good game, though. I liked Soma. Soma was fun.
What? What is this thing doing? Wait, I think it's trying to show me something.
The boy is back. He's also showing far more emotion here than he ever did previously. My house is covered in black goop and my bathroom is full of blood. But why are my glasses here?
Oh, is that so? It's searching for its parts.
Aha. You know what? Maybe the orb shouldn't be sentient enough to search for its parts. Oh no. Can't miss out on Christopher. Maybe I gotta duck under the tree. Why is he just out here living in the woods? No, I definitely gotta go back. Okay. My main man. Christopher. Oh. Oh. Weird ghostman. Interesting. Very interesting.
Who's in there? Damn it! Answer me!
Who's in there? Ah.
You're insane.
This is more emotion than any character has shown the whole game. I am here for it. I'm living for
Matthias! Is that you?
Moira. I'll give you a Moira. They meet, pal. Buddy old pal. Right up there, sir. Don't you walk at me. The house. Orb. Theta E N W. Endobia. Administration warehouse.
Christopher? The men found something.
Found something? What is it?
Damn it! What the hell is going on back there?
Matthias,
It's true.
what's happening?
I'm not sure. The whole mine is filled with a bright light and... Hey! Stop all that running around, you idiots!
Matthias, talk to me. What's going on?
Matthias.
Hey, what's the problem
Talk
down
to
here?
me. What's going on?
Where did they go?
What happened, Matthias? Speak!
I don't know. There was a bright flash. 1 second they were yelling, and then nothing.
What do you see? Tell me what you see!
Nothing.
We probably can actually
There's
finish this
just
tonight.
this
I'm just having a quick look at
metal
how
sphere.
long the next sections are.
Don't touch anything.
They're not
I'll be
too
right
big.
there. The sphere. And the men vanished. That's why Matthias wants to meet at the chapel. I must hurry.
That's why Matthias must want to meet at the chapel. I must hurry. I can respect the emotion out of the man. Now, the only downside is there's definitely gotta be a way to get to this one back here. It does a little bit, actually. The orb is very reminiscent of Disco Dalmatian's head. The most important character in Soma. Yeah.
Monster. No, this isn't happening. This isn't... It's not real.
Well, it's pretty real, buddy. Nah, but there was that black hole that the guy should have fisted. And that's... You know, that's all that really matters. Oh my god, please stop slowing down so much. I get it. I get it. Game, I get it. I get it. Okay, I get it. Very dramatic. Don't walk at me, weird ghostman. No hesitation. Bang the door in my face. Dear Amelia, some very strange things are happening here in the village. Yesterday we were told that some parts of the mine collapsed and that some of the miners were trapped. But I was suspicious. I knew there was no way that could have happened. I secured the supports myself. Everything was absolutely fine. They told us to stay away from the site until after our meeting, but I went down there to see it for myself. The mine was completely intact. There was absolutely no sign of any of the miners. Not a drop of blood, a hair, not even a stitch of clothing. Christopher has arranged a meeting tonight for the whole village. I'm going to expose this farce and figure out what the hell that bastard did with those men. There's no telling what else he could be lying about or what else he might do to the rest of us. I love you. I'll see you soon. Marcos. Marcos. I don't know how to read any of that. Administration equipment, St. Dinfna Chapel, Tools Warehouse, Mysterio's Bar, Coal Mine. Who the heck is St. Dinfna? Questions I want answers to.
They started without me.
The key to that. You're a quiet. No key to that either. What the heck? What the heck? How rude. How fucking rude. Maybe this key works. No. Oh, that key works. why would the key I have left? Oh. Nope. Okay. This way. Shadow Man's not particularly scary, I gotta say. Whatever the hell that sound is, that's concerning. Shadow Man just wants a hug? He could ask. Instead of just creepily walking at me. He could just ask. I meant to know the code for this. Unbelievable. Insubordinate, and churlish. He could sign it at me. No? There's ways of communicating that he's not using. Aggressively throwing windmills at me? That's not appropriate communication techniques. Oh, that's a lot of blood.
Hey! I saw you back there on the bridge. Hey!
Oh, that's...
Christ. I'm losing my mind.
You reckon?
What is this? Are these...
Graves. They're graves, Christopher.
How could this have happened? I can't remember anything.
You remember digging up some graves? Chapel key. Yeah, there's good ways of asking for attention. There's throwing windmill blades at you. I gotta say, throwing windmill blades, not the way to get my attention. If they knew anything about me, they'd know that. Oh, there's a lot of blood here too. A lot of blood in general. Shh, quiet. Mental abilities of a child. That is possible. It is possible. I'd give it to him. That was his mental capabilities. I'd give him a pass. What's uppies?
Christopher?
Did you call everyone?
I did.
He looks
Good.
uppers.
And how are they feeling?
More calm now after I talked them down yesterday.
All right. Remember, don't tell anyone about what happened until we understand it ourselves. I'll see you at the chapel tonight.
Chapel key. Oh. There was a lot of voices in here earlier for an
A
empty room.
drinking glass. What's this doing here?
What's this doing here?
Everyone, please, remain calm. As some of you may have already heard, there was an accident at the mine this morning. Some of the men are missing. But do not worry. Matthias and I are doing everything in our power to locate your loved ones and return them back to you safely. In the meantime, I'd like everyone in the village to take the rest of the week away from your daily
The dining
responsibilities.
glasses. Not the
start.
glassware.
I propose a toast.
Christopher can't deal with his glassware being out.
Please, let us drink. To the future!
I feel like...
Oh my god. It was me? It can't be!
Yeah, Christopher, you can't just go around shooting people, man. XY pie crab. XY pie crab. Oh yeah. Dude's been dissociating hard. Cause this is a flashback of another character. A Schumann flashback. Yes. What does this key say? Opens the doors to the village administration warehouse. Okay. Okay. Who's telling me to shush? I've still got a key to the administration warehouse. I feel like I'm missing one of them. Let's go back. Aha. Aha. Why? Perplexed about what the next step is, but I'm sure I'll work it out. Shh. Quiet. Shh. Shh. shh, quiet. Damn kids. Full of attitude. That's right, I gotta work out how to open that too. You're a murderer. Really doesn't want me to get onto that side. No, he keeps telling me to be quiet. I assume it's him telling me to be quiet. That's just rude. Damn kids these days and their horrors beyond comprehension. Like back in my day, we comprehended our horrors. Horrors. Our horrors are comprehensible. I'm dumb. Not this way. But I'm dumb.
Shh, quiet. Sizable.
Can you tell me to be quiet? Insulting myself? It's kind of nice of it.
Shh, quiet.
I'm not saying anything. Once I'm listening, you're still out here telling me to shh, quiet. Unbelievable. 3 35 15 35 15 10 35 15 10 BTM bloodlines. VTM bloodlines. It's VTM. Oh, Vampire the Masquerade. What about Vampire the Masquerade? We do have Swan Song to play in the future as well. And eventually, we'll probably play Bloodlines one day.
Shh, quiet.
I don't know why that took me so long to think. But VTM. Vitamin the Bloodlines. Why, I love Vitamin the Bloodlines. Alright, surely these lawyers can open these. Deb of Night. Deb of Night is a good, like, name though. I am not a simpleton. I can tell when someone is hiding something. 5 men vanish out of thin air and Christopher's main concern is not to let anyone know the truth about it? No, something is definitely wrong with all this. Not that I've seen what this sphere artifact can do. I don't trust Christopher and his motives behind all this. He lied to me from the beginning. He lied to everyone. I've hidden some of the pieces of the sphere around the village. Hopefully this will buy me some time to talk some sense into him and figure out what the hell is really going on here. No, all that did was make him shoot everyone dead. So really, you've got no one but yourself to blame. Tough break, bloody. All I know about Vampire the Masquerade, like I've owned it for years, but all I know about it is there's one character who, like, you talk to them and they're talking to themselves. But like one side of the screen they're dressed all corporate, and then on the other side they're dressed like a crazy Harley Quinn wannabe. That just always made me laugh. She keeps claiming it's her sister, despite the fact that it is most definitely herself.
Fuck.
See, that's great.
Matthias, I didn't think things would...
You're insane.
Every character should just be able to talk to someone.
I'm so sorry.
That's just the world we should live in.
God, what have I done?
God, what have I done? Dude, this is clearly why your glassware was out and why your key was in the bathroom cupboard. Cupboard. I knew it. On my way to the meeting, I found Mateus lying in a pool of his own blood outside the last cabin on the trail. He gave me his little metal piece and told me to hide it from Christopher as best I could. But if I find this, know this. He killed them all. Christopher is the one who murdered everyone in the village. Shh. You don't say. Shh. Malkavian. I think when I played it as a Nosferatu, and everyone was just like, really like sorry for me, that I just cannot hide the fact that I am very clearly a hideous creature. Joke's on them, every character I've ever made is a hideous creature. I know it's meant to be dramatic, but God, it's so loud.
I have to get back to the mine.
The tabletop RPG of it always seemed really cool. Awake by Night. I might check that out. Because I'm sort of coming... I've caught pretty much up to date with the podcast I've been listening to for the better part of the last 9 months. So I'm sort of waiting on them to post new episodes. So other stuff to watch in between is a good time. I remember I got a bunch of emails a fair few years ago about a LARP version of Vampire the Masquerade that would like take place across the
What
city.
is this place?
But I thought it was kind of cool too, even if that'd be a little bit hard to sort of navigate and control. But cool, nevertheless. I want to go back to the hotel. Oh, I don't like this. Yeah, because in New York, they gotta be walking here. Whereas in LA, they just have to sound like a valley girl, you know?
Looks like some kind of mad scientist's lab.
I'd be
Has to be the source of
happy
all
to
those
do
damn
a
monsters.
Cyberpunk one or a Vampire the Masquerade one. Or like Shadowrun. There's a lot more content available for Shadowrun. God damn the goddamn head crab looking weird creature things. Test tube. Something is moving in there. I don't think I want to know about anything moving when this thing is pulsating on the table. Ah yes, I too leave pistol bullets under the sink in my lab. Yeah, I am. Christopher had a mental breakdown after collecting all the things by the looks of it. Now we're back in the future. Present, past, present, present. Well. Oh, that... He's been a loop. I'm in a lab under the hotel now, I think. Which, the more I think about it, makes even less sense. And question these. Okay. Reload the shotgun. I see you, little buggy boys. No, don't you run away. Good to know the bloody handprint still tells me when to pull out the camera. God damn. The creation of higher level access cards requires encrypted permission files. Insert these files into the computer's to release the zone creation program. Level 1, monitoring room, research room 1. Level 2, lab 02 and lab 03. Level 3, research room 2 and underground 2. got nothing. My documents. Images. Oh. Oh, okay. Okay. Horrific. Researchers. Immortality. Okay. Normally confirmed. Date of confinement. 1918, 1990. 1960 rather. Okay. Why is that a restricted document? Yeah. Oh, fucking. Yeah. If I was better at aiming and could hit it in the heart more consistently, it'd be 2 bullets. No, it's not very forgiving. That's with max accuracy on the pistol as well. I figure with a mouse and keyboard it'd be a little bit easier. But, like I'm bad with aiming with controller as it is. When it gives me like bad aiming controls, we're in for a rough time. Emily, LL, female, AB, unknown, healthy, 47. There is test shows strong similarity with the energy emitted by the sphere. Subject appears to emit the same energy pattern, producing uncontrollable temporal anomalies. Continue to contain the subject inside the incubation chamber as suggested by Master Christopher. Master Christopher? Oh no. What a ruby. With a big ass gem and a big ass block of gold. Ah damn. Hot diggity. Hot diggity damn. Good thing that there's just clocks in here. There's tons of grandfather clocks. Big old clocky boys. I have adhesive tape that I What a big empty room. The reason the room is big and empty. I don't know. I don't need nothing. Wait, how do I have no ammo again? Why does this keep happening? Three right, 3 left, 1 right. Go all the way through again to him. What? That's what that says. 3 right, 3 left, 1 right. 3 right. Three left, 1 right. Ah, 39, 31, 19. 39, 31, 13. What? $39, 31, 19. 39, 31, 13. What? Three right from 39, three left from 31. Well, it's three to the right from 9, three to the left from 3. Twelve, 0, 39, 38, 10. Three left to 39. What? I'm so lost. I'm so lost. Nine one nine 3 3 1 39 31 19. Unless it goes from the bottom, in which case it'd be 19 31 39. I don't know. Yeah, definitely doing their job alright. Okay. I don't know. I'll come back to it. Yeah, that would make sense, but it's like all the other ones have just been go to the correct number in the correct direction. Like it hasn't mattered the amount of turns. It's just having the right numbers in the right directions. I think I need to get into it though. Anything else in this room? Bullets. Anything else in the room? Few hips. I'll come back. So let's see if there's any rooms I can open with the N1 key. N3 door. Yeah, new Tarkov map, very spooky. 3 N1 N1. I have it, yeah. But I have the N1 code. Really locked from the inside, actually. Ooh, bud. Oh, okay. Please stop. Thank you. It's oh god, it's with these goddamn head crab goddamn bug things. It's definitely Half-Life, let me tell you. Cheap ass little bitch bugs. Mapper.
Underground 3. That must be the place.
Half-Life 3 confirmed. Yeah. This is Half-Life 3. Look, crowbar, Half-Life 3. Is Gordon Freeman D'Artagnan? Half-Life 3 leak confirmed with the Three Musketeers? Will I stop finding this joke funny? No. No, I will not. Sarah, Achilles has responded well to the initial treatments. It's starting to look like it was worth it to stay here and take charge of the sacred trail in Master Christopher's absence. Our little boy is strong and resilient. I believe we are very close to finding a cure for him. I don't want to bring you here for obvious reasons. Don't worry, even with all my new responsibilities within the sacred trail, I still manage to find time to be a good father. Whenever I'm not with him, I leave Achilles in the care of our most trusted and competent physician, Bueno. You remember him, don't you? In any case, I'll be sure to keep you updated with Aquila's progress. Hope that soon I will be able to send you more good news. I love you so much, Darby. sure that this wall was just going to disappear when I pulled the camera out. Can I shoot it? No, of course not. Computer. Maybe might be difficult to do that one, Dan. you may be waiting a while on it. Now, Half-Life 2, that's a possibility. Why can't... Why would you put screen glare over the button? Okay. Oh, was that Stephanie that was going through it? That would make sense. Aha, this has a flash drive in it, so yes, this probably is one I can generate a level 2 keycard. Half-Life Alyx, yeah, in all 1 square meter of my my space here. That'll go real well. Yeah. USB flash drive, take that back to the other computer. So I can make another card. Give me level 2 access. Where was that computer? Computer. Okay, there's 2 level 2s in here. That's sort of what I want. Yeah, the computer was in here. Why was that cutscene necessary? God damn it. Slash marker USB problems. That's a clip. These guys. No, they didn't have to do it, but they did, and I appreciate it. You know. Effective server module. Uh-huh. Oh, his heart being ripped out. Hey, tape. meant to find. Was I meant to already have a server module? Press L1 to heal. No. I refuse. What am I meant to be grabbing here? Aha. Where am I meant to go? Map would be nice. Very handy. That would be very handy. I'm so lost here. Always ready. Where was the map? The mapper. If you napper. Did I come in here? I did. You do napper, you get the slapper. Right. Right. Alright. Okay. I'm on it now. I like these puzzles. I like these ones. Don't like the fact that I can hear the goddamn door banging the whole time. Trade-off. Got it. I really did. So module 819, 820. Oh god, I hope. Oh god. I hope it's 819. Fuck. Yeah, I like those puzzles. They make me feel good. They're not particularly difficult. They've done them a few times in this game, but they're always fun. They're always fun. Alright. I'm gonna work out if I can remember how to get back to the other room. I should probably save. Probably should. Nothing if not consistently bad about that. I should have looked at the defective module better. That would have told me which one I need to get. A19. Very lucky. Very lucky. Alright, now we should be able to get our level 2 keycard. It's very different. Very, very different. What a bizarre game. Actually, this is very Resident Evil. Weird early horror section leading into weird underground lab section. Give me the Nivel O2
I still don't have the level 3 card yet.
Wow, the observations of this man are just unbelievable, you know? Just truly the next level. It's impressive, really. I never would have realized I didn't yet have access. If he hadn't told me, you know. I think it's meant to be the statue from the hotel, but yeah, maybe. Although the boy is indeed making good progress with his physical health, it's becoming apparent that something strange is happening to his mind. As of late, he rarely speaks, if at all. The only time I hear him utter words is when his father is in the room. Even then, his speech is slurred and distorted. Although, so his overall demeanor seems to be changing for the worse. Just yesterday, when I came down to administer his daily treatment, I found him roaring and swinging wildly at Favero. It took both of us and with all our strength to restrain him in his bed. I tried injecting him with a sedative, but the needle broke against his skin. I'm not sure how much Father Duffy wants to push the boy, but it's probably for the best that we try to develop some sort of sedative we can employ if he ever gets out of control like that again. God? God, is that you? Oh, that's a coffin. Y-E Pi Spider. Just peculiar, you know. It's truly bizarre. 9 and 3 and 0. Consume orb for point. Cool. We got 12. 15 for that. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Surely there's other N2 doors over this side of town. Oh, it's just that one. Aha, here we go. Another N2 door. Ah, yes. Ah. Eh. Maybe now I can go through it. Shit, that's donkeyed. Ah. Unbelievable. Truly. Truly unbelievable. Was I meant to take the flash drive out of the other computer? I was probably meant to take the flash drive out of that other computer. Game, please. Change to the camera. I can get through here. Yes, sir. Please no spook. This is a family-friendly game. We don't appreciate spooks and untoward behavior on this good Christian Minecraft stream. Good call, me. Good call, me. Needed the flash drive. Okay. The horrors must be comprehensible by the children. Please refrain from incomprehensible horrors. Little Edifish here, crazy moments during our time with the Sacred Trail, but the things Darby is doing with his own son is absolutely insane. He insists on continual Aquilas's treatment beyond what is necessary. In the beginning it was a matter of life and death, but now, Darby's delusional attempts to turn his son into perfect being and turn Aquilas into nothing short of a monster. His entire arm is mutated into a giant claw, for God's sake. The boy has no emotions left, no conscience, and his strength is too great to match. If we haven't developed gas 320 to help keep him in check, there's no telling how many of us the boy would have killed by now. I don't know what to do. My only desire is to drop all this madness and leave, but I know what happened to those who leave Sacred Trail and their families. I won't put you at risk. I'll do what must be done. I hope to see you again, bueno.
A claw for a hand? So, that thing does have a weakness. I have to find a way to get my hands on this gas 320 stuff. It's my only chance of fighting that thing.
Don't show too much emotion, man. It'll be alright. You don't have to be that excited.
Shit! There has to be another way.
Old photo. Memory. Okay. And 3. That doesn't look dangerous at all.
Oh, come on! Do you ever fucking give up?
Why? How inconsiderate of him, honestly. Oh, it broke. Of course it broke. Of course. Okay. See you, buddy. See you, Rhoda. Ah, I know where we are. Certain I'd be able to get around them. I was wrong. Oh boy. Oh boy. That's not the way to go. Camera, please. Camera. Okay, we're good. We're safe. Very good. Stressful. Very stressful. Unnecessarily stressful, one might say. Ooh. Okay. Ah. Know what I wasn't expecting to do today? Play memory. How rude of him to turn his son into a bad dragon, sex monster, tentacle, hentai creature. Just inconsiderate, really. I'm also wildly disappointed it didn't do the USB cutscene again. No. It's the consistency that I come for. Okay, I have a level 3. Okay, calm down. Ah! How about no? Right. Just not really considerate of it, you know. Do I have any shotgun shells? No, of course. Why would I have shotgun shells? That was the most janky looking cutscene. Honestly. What? But also, what did I expect walking back out there? Of course he was going to be around still. Huh. Ah. backside of this room. Of course. The game's really gone in a direction, you know. I can't say it's a bad one, but I can't particularly say it's a positive one, you know. How do I go back here again? Universal Transporter A. Okay. Oh, I can get to the lower chambers now. Apparently. Ah, that dead body's not on the table anymore. Just a little bit concerning, that. Just a touch concerning. Dead bodies getting up and moving around, generally not the best sign. Not the worst, but not the best either. You know? Yeah, probably fine. Probably. Should be okay. If you could just give me ammo. No? No, you don't. You don't believe in ammo. Okay. Fair enough. Inventory space probably not the most helpful right now, honestly. Ammo. That's what I need. Ammo. No, fair enough. What's upstairs? Nothing. Nothing upstairs. Alright. Upstairs we go. Oh, very dark down there. Do I not have access? Big guy just hopefully stays taking a nap, honestly. It's been a long day of punching people with his bad dragon fist. Creating fisting holes. Oh, these are the jello cells at the start of the game. What are these? Okay. Just give me all of them. Memory found. Now, I know his notebook was in here. Now, this character would have no idea the notebook's in here, but I know the notebook's in here.
be damned. It was right here all this time.
The Dinfna Hotel is quite cozy. Spoke with Darby Menzies. Locals report Chris Rivers having great gifts that allowed him to defy death. I'm gonna try and keep myself hidden. Notice the same name. Mutations. Gas 320. Stuff about Gas 320. Stuff about the orb. Interesting. Interest. What number is it? 7. That looks like an orb. Okay. Improvements 3. Okay, don't have a lot. I haven't found a lot down here. Unfortunately. Oh, it's good to see the shower stopped leaking, you know? Always a positive sign. Hey, it's
It's
the
that missing
Yale
investigator
Louis
from the
thing.
articles. Poor bastard. His notebook is still missing, huh? Well, it's gotta be around here somewhere. I have to find it.
Okay. No, not that one. I want a machine gun. And pistola. Of course, of course. Why would it give me anything useful? That'd be asking too much. Interesting. Very interesting. Ah, safe room. Shotgun shell. Put the gauze away, because God forbid I ever actually get to use it. The middle object apparently just never gets to get discarded. That's, you know, that's something. Save. He saves. 7 hours played. That sounds about right. Really big fella comes chasing me down the hallway here. Oh, key card, eh? It gave me the code to the very first lock in the game. That's about it. That's about it. A decent amount of inventory space now. Kinda nice. Oh, this is where the other guy died. Oh no. Oh no, poor Yale. Where's the code? Yeah. Bet it was in the other thing. Bet it was in the notebook. 852369. Of course it was. 852369. Eight five 2369. Now, sir, I'm gonna ask you to stay dead. Ah, okay, I get it. Before. Okay, it goes all the way up to 9. Okay. That wasn't too bad. I almost doubted I was going to get the last number there. I was like, wait, did I do that too early? But no, we were fine. My documentos. Nothing. Nothing. Whole lot of nothing. A lot of water down there. Don't have whatever that is. Okay. Fair enough. Yeah, it was a strange one. I don't know why it existed, but it exists. Yeah, I feel like the hotel section was pretty sound. This lab section's a little bit... Yeah, you can stay in there, buddy. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Surely the compounds used to make the gas are still in here somewhere.
You'd think that. You'd think that. There's a save point in here too. How convenient. The upgrade point down there. Where does this go? Okay. Okay, we're starting to get some upgrade points now. Not that it's particularly useful, but we're getting them. Okay. The clock music is so dramatic. Are we on one? Is that The implication. Ah, yes, we're on I. We're going to I. No, I. Just I to I. Yeah, the clock music's cool. It's cool. I can get behind it. It's just very dramatic. Okay. They're just hanging out in here. Not on my watch, buddy. Not on my watch, buddy. Theta E beta K. Ew. Magnum shots. Nice. Going to make me.
That's one of the ingredients. Now I just need to find the other two.
Okay. Oh, a lot of blood. Oh, the blood. Oh no, the inventory's full. How unfortunate. How does my inventory keep getting so filled? Honestly. No, I can grab the gauze and put it straight in. And also take the revolver out. Reload it. Store that. And the revolver bullet. And the... actually keep the diary for now. Oh yeah. Man's about to ruin his whole career. More than this event has ruined his whole career.
Sarah, our boy is doing fine. He's experiencing a bit of pain as of late, but he is quite resilient. His body is responding to the treatments much more quickly than I ever anticipated. Achilles is special, Sarah. Of this, I have no doubt.
Oh, it's Achilles, isn't it?
Any damage or injury he sustains heals at an unprecedented rate, and his physical strength is increased exponentially. Our son was able to break down a steel door with nothing but his bare hands, Sarah. His bare hands! And he's getting stronger and stronger with each passing day. Very soon our boy will never have to worry about the feeling pain ever again. Achilles will become the benchmark against which all of humanity compares itself. I love you, Davy.
Davy doesn't seem like a good guy. Hey man, sometimes you just gotta turn into Arnold.
Only one more to go.
Probably close the fridge, you know. Alright, down to 4. Down to 4. Press the button. Press the button. I saw it, and I did nothing about it. It's already too late. Ew. Man. Maybe I should have turned aim assist on. Yeah. Boy is sick, Sarah. We must get him to the chopper. Oh boy. But Bueno. No, it's Darby. Bueno's the other guy. But Darby. Hey, 2. There's gonna be 6 of these. 6 to 7 of them. Holy hell. I feel like we're gonna be close to the end of the game here. I feel like we've been playing for a while. Probably not, honestly. I mean, we're struggling to deal with Achilles. Whatever the hell's in there. Which I assume is the supernatural psychic screaming child with the gas mask. I feel like his Achilles has got to be his bad dragon fist. I've killed so few of them, like, properly. I've just face tanked the damage from 99% of them, I think. There's nothing but strength. I mean, it's probably true. It's probably true. Okay. Where are we going? Where are we going? Where are we going? Where are we going today? A long ass fucking journey is where we're going. That is where we're going today. Every time. Every time. Good thing these things aren't like venomous. One more. How's the other one? I don't remember seeing nothing. Oh, that button calls the elevator. Right. Right, okay. That makes sense. I think. There. How do I get to that one? That's busted. No. How it expects me to get there? Sure. Where does the elevator take me? What there? I shoot this. Okay, ambitious. Ambitious. Let's go back to the first floor. We'll get that over the containment. We're still gonna get one more. Oh, what's the final one? Bartro Coxton, I guess. I'm just not entirely sure how I meant to. How do I get to those stairs? Where do they connect up to? Like all the way down to the bottom. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. That's this room. Every goddamn time. Every goddamn time. Oh, we're opening it. We're opening it. Two in here. No camera, no camera, no camera. machine gun. Great, I'm out of bullets again. I feel like I've spent most of this game completely out of ammo. Huh? Pretty fast pace. No, thank you.
Okay, now I just need to synthesize the gas itself.
No, thank you. Alright. Yes. Now I need to find my way back down. Over there. I don't know. I don't know anymore. What does it matter? What does it matter? Okay. There we go. Now, what does the book tell me? 30, 20, 50, 80, 15, 5. 30, 20, 50. 30, 20, 50. Thirty, 20, 50? Yeah, 30, 20, 50. That was 80, 15, 5. 80, 15,
Yes,
5.
halfway there. Just need to make the other compound. Only one more to go.
Okay. Ah, the door was open. Okay. I'm a big fan of making some deadly gas.
Thank God I have the investigator's notes.
Yeah, thank
Alright.
God.
Time to head to underground.
How very convenient that I just happened to know where they were. I don't know how that would have happened. I'm gonna save. Game has a bad habit of throwing dangerous things at me after I have some level of success. I'm just gonna save. Look at the floor one. Okay. We're just gonna power save our way to the end of the game. Yeah. He's still here. Right. All right. This way. This isn't the room I wanted to be in. is locked. Okay. Gonna need you to not. Okay. Very good. Thank you. I have nothing. Please. Give me the revolver. The revolver bullet. No. Okay. Need to use the computer on the monitoring room. Where the fuck's the computer? Monitoring room? This way? Please be this way. Hey man, sometimes you just gotta record the mauling, you know? Ah, yes. Okay, surely we're right at the end here. Okay. That's the way I can. Yeah, alright. We're very close to the end here. We're about to have our final boss fight. Which is funny, because I have no ammo.
Where the hell did Stephanie run off to? I need to use the gas before that monster comes
Master,
back.
in your absence, the Sacred Trail has continued the experiments you laid out for us before your departure. Attempts to improve the human form were faithfully executed, but I cannot reconcile the evils I perpetrated onto my son, Achilles. In my attempt to adhere to your principles and teachings, I have turned my boy into an abomination. My devotion to you and your goals is everlasting and unquestionable, but I can no longer bear to live after seeing what Achilles has become. I will rest easy knowing that when you return, you will succeed where I have failed. Oh no, it's Freddy D'Artagnan Bear. The true final musketeer. Surely at this point, these become useless. It is quite a tiny gas mask. tell this is a final boss coming up. Look at this boss fountain. Look at this boss fountain. Except it only works for normal bandages and not the strong bandage. That makes sense. I do find it interesting that it didn't actually give me any new Magnum bullets. Give me everything else, just not Magnum. Look at this boss arena. Look at this boss arena. Do I have to close the things? No. Okay, apparently not. Oh no, here he comes. If he was just flesh. Yeah. 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 Unfortunately. One more time with both of these activated. This has probably been the easiest boss fight so far, actually. Feels like I'm literally fighting a tyrant from from Resident Evil. I think I missed with both of those shots. Machine gun. I guess. That's kind of it. That feels weird. That feels weird. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. See ya, dighead. I didn't have that many shotgun shells left. Just quietly. I did not have enough shotgun shells for this cutscene. Violator. The mine. Wait. Dramatic slow-mo. Good thing I've still got pliers. Oh, look. 2 paths.
My God. What is this? Who are you? Are you real?
It's you. This is all your fault. He never wanted to help you. You forced him to do it. We were supposed to be together forever, and you ruined everything.
Psycho Mantis.
I don't...
If no one else wants to stop you, then I will. I'll kill you!
Are they implying that she can time travel?
What is this feeling? I feel stronger.
I feel stronger. Muscles getting bigger. Emily, I just want you to know that you are the best thing that has ever happened to me. Our blood may not be the same, but I still love you with all my heart, my sweet girl. I know you hate the work Christopher and I are doing, but I need you to understand that we don't have a choice. Once our work on the Universal Transporter is complete, you and I can run away from here and be together forever. We can choose to do whatever we like for the rest of time. To the principle of free will, love, R.L. Stein.
Who is R.L.?
There is. That's what we're going with. There is. The choice. What if I went down the other path? Wasn't that a choice? Technicalities. Oh, this isn't a cutscene. Okay. Fair enough. Okay. So hold your breath for 10 seconds. You'll be fine. Right. Let's more walking. Let's cutscene. More dramatic walking. Also, why wouldn't I have picked a clean gas mask? This is the most story we've had all game, okay? Still not entirely sure who the little girl has been and why she's been popping up. Clearly is a time-traveling psycho-mantis little child. Oh my god. Please don't draw this section out this long. Oh, he crawling. It's the child without a gas mask. What was my character's name? Hi, Roberta. Maybe RL is me. Because his name was like Roberto Luis or something.
Dad?
What? I'm not. You're not my.
Daddy, please.
We were RL. Dun dun dun. Which lends into the idea that there's a lot of time travel
Entire
stuff
week
going
and I
on.
still don't have anything useful for the report. All I've done this whole time is run myself around in circles.
Hey, it's the starting cutscene again. It'll be the old fist and hole.
Huh? What the fuck is that?
I have the personality of a dead cat.
There's something in here! I need to get out!
Yes, rattle the door more. That'll work.
Daddy, I found you.
What the? Who are you? Where the hell did you come from?
Please forgive me. I never wanted to hurt you like this. This is the only way, Dad. You have to go on without me. I love you.
What is happening? Who the fuck is that? Where was Stephanie? Oh, I guess that's her there.
Has anyone ever made it this far?
No, he's the first, and it appears he may be the last as well.
So, what happens now?
Now, dear girl, our work can finally begin. Soon, I will make the dilemma of free will nothing more than a distant memory in the history of humankind. And this
I get
is
that
the
like
man
English
who will
isn't the
help me do
native
it.
language for this game, but like, at least get some VAs that like care a little bit.
Ignorant girl. Did you honestly think a simple knife would be enough to stop me?
Roberto, don't... don't trust.
Stay back, you motherfucker!
Stay
Roberto,
back,
you must
you
realize at this point you
motherfucker.
were brought here for a reason. You were always meant to be here.
I'm dying.
You're the key to everything.
I said stay back! I know what you've been doing here. What you've done to all those innocent people.
You must understand. I only did what was necessary.
Why is this guy like the
Necessary?
only one that
You-
has any level of
Fucking
okay
monster!
voice acting
Monster,
in this game?
psychopath, God. I've been called many things over the last century, Roberto. But do you know what all those things have in common?
Started off alright, yeah.
Power. Power to see the bigger picture. Power to take one's destiny into his own hands. Power to overcome death itself.
I just want to point out,
Power of choice. Join me, Roberto.
that this
Let
game
us become the
has
masters of our own
a
destiny.
9 out of 10 on Steam,
Together.
73% on Metacritic, an 8 out of 10 on PlayStation Country, and 93% approval by Google. Yeah, sure, whatever. July is the
How did
underground.
it all come to this?
From what I understand, it all started in 2060. The girl, Emily. I imagine she must have come into contact with one of our future experiments. As a result, she now possesses great power, a divine gift that became a heavy burden, I'm sure.
But why lock her in a tank?
It's
The girl
like it's
was
interesting.
simply a variable.
I'll give it that much.
She
It's definitely
needed to be
interesting.
controlled. She was too strong, unpredictable. I had to ensure that she didn't subvert any
It's
of
probably
our
like a
plans.
solid.
Our plans, Roberto. But none of that matters.
The
now.
first half is a solid.
She
like,
has commenced
8.
her long journey back to the past to set the cycle in
This
motion
ending
once
sequence,
again.
like all of the
All
underground.
to bring you
and
here,
this.
to
It
this
wasn't for the USB
moment.
cutscene, probably probably a solid 4.
So, what now?
I've searched for you for so long, Roberto. Come, our future awaits.
I've searched for you for so long, Roberto. Come, our future awaits.
Why is it doing a slow zoom? Ayo. Apparently that set off my Google Home. Thank you for the raid. Thank you. How are we? What are we up to tonight?
To the
More
principle of free will.
Definitely a Stanley Parable ending. What the fuck did I just play? The screenplay was by Will Jesus. Okay. I don't know how I am. The final 3 hours of this game. The worst. The absolute worst. This music's so dramatic. What happens if I had chose to shoot him? Okay, I got a C rank. I'm not surprised. I found 83% of the documents. Huh. Honestly, Shane, I don't know. I don't know what happened. New Game Plus available. That's okay. I don't think I'll be playing New Game Plus. Just quietly. Just quietly. Let's see what extras we unlocked. Oh. Fancy. Oh, memories. Very interesting. This is kind of cool. If the game had just stayed in the hotel. Interesting. It had its moments. It was definitely an experience, that's for sure. Okay, that's kind of nice. So the memories of that's what they were carrying over between saves. It was scary, yeah. Yeah, it was scary at one point. Remember. It yeah, it went from like, ooh, spooky chase sequence to, hello, you're in a lab now. do science, kill enemies and do science. And the fucking they had a USB cutscene where like the fiddles around and can't get the USB in for like 3 attempts. I'm glad I decided to get this out of the way early, you know? I'm glad I didn't like save this till the end of the month. This is what we finished on. Jesus Christ. God. Best game. Yeah, that's one way of putting it. Alrighty. This why is my face huge? That's not what I wanted. No. No, why there we go. That's better. That'll do. Fix that up at some point. Great start. we did never find out what happened with the dying glasses. Why were they out? He obviously took one to the chapel when he killed everybody, but why were they out? I'm glad it wasn't the last game of the 50. It was, however, game 25. Technically, Mortuary Assistant was game 25, but requested games are going as pluses rather than part of the core 50. So, game 25, we're halfway done. We're only 12 games behind. We'll get there. We'll get there. What do we got up next? Next should be better. Next is apparently an actual scary game, Forbidden Siren. There's only 12 trophies for it. Maybe we'll get the platinum for Forbidden Siren. Hit the police officer with the truck at the construction site. Okay, cool. That's a good first trophy to read. Yeah, spooky season. I'll get through it a little bit quicker. Apparently, I didn't. Did I? Apparently, I didn't unlock the trophy for finishing the game, despite finishing the game. Just. Finish the game. I saw it pop. I should have unlocked. You know it's bad that the finish the game one has only been done by 27% of players. 2.2 event, the platinum though. Surprisingly big. Maybe. Where's the other one? Minor. Survive the underground. Discover all the toy rabbits throughout the environments. I did see a lot of toy rabbits. Find the bug that is not a bug. Upgrade 1 weapon to max level. Collect 50 upgrade items. Just that. Find Jonas Valder. Find all the memories. Upgrade all the weapons. Finish the game 3 times. Finish the game without taking damage. It looks that way. It's not gonna happen. But yeah, so the next one we're playing is Forbidden Siren. Which is a little bit of an older one, but it's meant to be spooky. It's a bit of a long one too. Estimated. I've estimated 4 days to finish it. It's possible we'll finish it quicker, but I've estimated 4 nights. So that's what we'll be doing from tomorrow night. Yeah. Thank you again for the raid. I appreciate it. Timing wise, it's unlucky, but you know, what can you do? I appreciate it regardless. What's the time? 11. Yeah, alright. It is. I'm glad I finished that tonight, because if I had to come back to finish the last 10 minutes of that, oof, no thank you. So, it's bedtime for me. I gotta work in the morning, and that means getting up early. And I'm a grumpy man. I'm a grumpy old man. So, thank you all again for watching. I appreciate it. Let me have a look. I know Swedish friend was coming to Australia for PAX, and I think Milo and her are streaming. They sure are. I'm gonna send you guys over to Milo so you can say hello to her and Lecky, who just got here from Sweden. Raid Milo Bentley. Thank you all again, and I will catch you tomorrow night. I created the raid. There we go. Why is it not showing up here? Ah, fucking no. Alright. Go say hi. Have fun. Thank you.